Hey, Patrick, David Furonis from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. How are you? Congratulations.
Hey, I appreciate you, David. What's going on?
Good, good. We were just talking to Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer, and they said the Dolphins were the number one team you wanted to go to. Can you explain why that was and why Miami is a special place to you?
Of course, yeah. So during the whole process, I've talked to them multiple times. I remember talking to Chris at the Senior Bowl, and it was a great conversation that me and him had. Just then moving on forward at the combine, had a great interview with both of them, and then our 30 visit that we had, it was amazing. Really getting to spend that much time with them. I knew that I wanted to be coached by Coach McDaniels and Coach Bushbury, and it was amazing. It was something I knew from the minute I started talking to him that I wanted to be a Miami Dolphin. So this is a blessing.
Nice. And I understand you actually have the same agent as Devon Achan. How close are you two, and what do you think about getting to block for him now?
I mean, he's a great player. I watched him throughout his college career. We don't have a relationship yet, but that's going to be my dog. I already know. So I'm excited to get out there and I'm ready to get to work.
Right. Thanks. Congratulations.
Appreciate
Samantha?
you.
Hey Patrick, congratulations. I'm Samantha Rivera from CBS Miami. I wanted to ask you, what do you feel is the biggest thing that you bring to the table for this Miami organization? And I know you're originally from Houston, but you've also got some deep family ties in Nigeria. So for you to be able to represent both of these places, how meaningful is it for you to come into the NFL?
Of course. Nice to meet you, Samantha. But it's going to be great. You asked, what do I bring to the Miami Dolphins? I'm going to bring a resilient player who's a great teammate, someone who's, handles business in the locker room, outside the locker room, outside the facility, someone who's going to come inside or come every day with the same mindset. And that's to work and that's to compete every day, be a great teammate. And I'm going to bring it every day and hope to end my career with the Miami Dolphins. So that's the goal.
Marcel?
Hey, Patrick, Marcel Louis Jacques with ESPN, man. Welcome to Miami. Congrats on being drafted.
All
Uh,
right, thank you.
wanted
I
to
appreciate you. Thank you,
wanted
Marcel.
to ask, reading your bio, your Houston bio, it says that you are a martial arts enthusiast or prodigy. My bad, prodigy. I was wondering if you could expand on that at all.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I've been boxing now, been doing MMA for about 5 to 6 years now. And it's something that I was introduced to when I first came to Houston by the offensive linemen that were currently there. And I just took it, I took it on from there. Like as soon as I went to one class, I fell in love and I happened to be really good at it early on. And I just keep honing my skills since then. So it's something that's one of my hobbies, one of the things I really enjoy, and it helps with on the field stuff. It correlates definitely to the field. So it's a great hobby to have.
I was about to say, yeah, a guy that you're going to be playing with, Teron Armstead. I don't know if you've been able to speak with him or meet him yet, but big boxing guy might be something to bring up whenever you guys do talk.
Definitely. I know Teron. I met him about 2 years ago at O-Line Masterminds. Been a master at his craft for a very, very long time. So I'm excited to get in there and get in that O-line room and learn from him.
I appreciate your time, man. Congrats once again.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hey, Patrick, Chris Perkins from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Welcome to South Florida.
Hey, appreciate you, Chris.
Hey, I talked to you at the Senior Bowl, and I remember it was a very good interview. You're a very engaging guy, and Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer talked about your personality. You've got the grandfather who was, the head of Nigeria, the martial arts. Tell me about the interview part of the draft process, the pre-draft process. I would think you wowed all these teams. How did that work for you, and how does your personality work for you off the field?
Yeah, I mean, I would say my personality, I'd say that's from my parents, and my brothers. I was raised in a great household that, we understood all backgrounds, and with that just came about me, I guess. And during the interview process, it was great. Just talking to everybody. I felt like I did pretty good with all my interviews. I remember the one at the combine with the Dolphins was one of my favorites. So I guess it had a lasting impact because, it carried over to that 30 visit. So it was great. It's been a great process.
All right, thanks.
Sir.
Joe?
Hey, Patrick, it's Joe from Palm Beach. Nice to meet you.
Hey, what's going on, Joe? Nice to meet you as well.
It looks as though you have really long arms. They say 36 inches. Do, pe- do people always ask you to reach things on the high shelves?
Not exactly. You know, I got some pretty big, you know, I got most of my friends are gonna be pretty big, you know, being an offensive lineman, you know, also with my family as well. So not really, but if you know, if they ever did, I'm gonna grab it for them. No worries,
How does it
yeah.
help? How does it help you on the field?
Definitely, you know, always being the first person, if your timing is right to land that, you know, punch and get that first contact. So gives you an advantage being the first to strike.
Thank you.
Of course, I appreciate you, Jim.
Al?
Hi, Patrick. It's Hal Habib with the Palm Beach Post. Good
Hey,
to
Hal.
meet you. Congratulations.
Good to meet you.
I wanted to ask, thank you. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about your Nigerian roots. Your family, what is their role, or what was their role in Nigeria? And have you been there?
Okay. As far as my family, the roots of it all, my grandfather was the head of state. And with that, he was a major general in the army. So that was way back in 1966, 1965. From then, no one has really taken over in regards to our family, but I lived there for 2.5 years when I was younger. Last time I went there was 2015. I haven't been back since, but it's definitely something that I want to do, go back and do as little as I can.
Thank you.
How much does your family talk about the heritage that you all have and the roots that you have in Nigeria?
I mean, it's something that I grew up just knowing and understanding. So just learning on my own, learning and doing my own research and asking my parents, my mom when I can to, you know, just figure out more about my roots and where I came from. But it also inspired me throughout my entire career, just knowing that someone before me did such great things. So, you know, it motivates you a lot to want to do the same. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Alan?
Hey, Patrick, I'm Alan with SI Fan Nation Dolphins. Welcome to Miami.
Hey, Alan, I appreciate you. Happy to be.
We're glad to have you. My question to you is, the draft projections for you are all over the place, from as high as the first round to maybe as low as third, maybe I think maybe saw some places maybe even fourth. What did that produce in terms of your draft experience with all the uncertainty and that wide range of projections?
You know, throughout the draft process, I really didn't try to, I didn't really try to pay attention to where people had me mocked at and where they expected me to go. I knew I was going to end up, you know, and all in the end, I was going to end up in the situation that was perfect to me. And time did tell, and I'm in the perfect situation for me. So it all ended up how it was supposed to. So
As a quick follow-up, did you sort of have an inkling that it was going to be the Dolphins all along?
I'm so sorry. Repeat that question one more time.
I'm sorry. In the final analysis, did you have sort of an inkling it was going to be the Dolphins all along?
I hope so. And when I got that call, let me tell you, it was a surreal moment. So yeah,
Thank you, Patrick.
of course. Thank you.
One final question, Hassam? And then David, sorry.
Hey Patrick, congratulations on getting drafted to the Miami Dolphins and welcome to Miami.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. For real.
Appreciate you too, brother. Nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you because there were a lot of scouts and analysts specifically talking about your hand technique, and head coach Mike McDaniel in his presser stated that, you know, with your athleticism, with your foot speed and your quickness and your big body, you're a great athlete. You can attack the B gaps as well and move up to the second level, and it helps to mask some of those technical deficiencies. In the offseason, you were working with offensive lineman coach Duke Mayweather as well. You know, what were some things that you guys did throughout this draft process to work on your hand techniques and other techniques as well to get ready for the NFL?
Man, I want to first that was a great question. To start that, I'd say working with Duke in this pre-draft process. I came there when it was December 12th, immediately after the season was done. I couldn't really chill. I had to get working already. So we hit the ground running day one. We're in there watching film, and he's taken me through all the things that he wants to correct in my game. A big emphasis was the hands, as you said, the hand placement, striking. So we started running. He has the perfect drills to work that. I don't want to release all his sauce, but I mean, he works with boxing mitts and stuff. He gets you right. Just understanding landmarks and how to use your length to your advantage. And that's something that I'm going to carry along, like you said, to the Dolphins, and working with Coach Butch. We're going to hit the ground running, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to learn from him, and I can't wait to be coached by him.
Can't wait to see you play.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Final question, David?
Hey, Patrick, I know we mentioned Teron Armstead a little bit earlier. Can you expand on what you feel you can gain from being able to work with him, a veteran like him, as a rookie?
I mean, it's going to be great. He's a legend of the game. Been watching him since he was with the Saints. I mean, he's a master at left tackle, has all the techniques in his book. He has a gigantic bag. So just learning from him, learning the game, learning how he's had such a long career and played at such a high level for so long, it's going to be a blessing. So I can't wait to get in that O-line room and start digesting all the knowledge from all the different guys in there.